Hello, dorks. Hello, hello. Welcome in. It's time for Unshattered. It's time for Dwarf Fortress. It's time for Kobold Madness. It's time for more Kobold Madness. How are you? Well, welcome in, everybody. It's nice to see you. Orion, I see your 12 months of subscribing for 12 months. Oh my gosh. That blows me away. You've already been here for a year. That is shocking to me. Hi. Welcome in, everyone. I am coming to you once again from Coke Bottle Vision, and also from once again kind of not feeling 100%, but I'm going to be here anyway. I think I sound less cruddy than I did on Saturday, hopefully. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think I sound a little bit better than Saturday. I feel better than I did this morning. That's for definite sure. I was coughing up a lung this morning and was debating not streaming today, but now I'm only coughing a little bit. So that's good. I have less phlegm in me than I did this morning. So we're gonna go for it. I want to Dwarf Fortress, right? The thing that's gonna make me feel better right now is hanging out with you all and playing on Dwarf Fortress and seeing what happens in this fortress, because we're kind of at a pivotal point in it, right? We just finished our tavern. We finished our surface tavern. And we're opening ourselves up to the world, right? We ran the Civil War fix. This is, one of the many mysterious Dwarf Fortress things. But it looked like we were experiencing the Civil War bug with our civilization, which may have been why we were not getting migrants and caravans and all that kind of stuff. So we completed the tavern and then ran the DF hack bug fix, and that was the end of the stream. So now we're going to see what happens. We're going to see if anything actually happens this stream with visitors. With all luck, we'll get some people from our civ and maybe from other people coming in to see our tavern. That's the goal for today, and then we'll continue with all our other constructions. We got a library and a temple to build on the surface as well, and that will attract people as well. So that's the goal. That's the goal. Also, you all hit the new shinies goal last stream, so now there's new shinies. I did it. I didn't quite plan ahead, but it worked out. I acquired a bunch of new shinies this weekend, just this last weekend. So here's this new necklace. I have a new bracelet-y thing, but most of all, I have rings. I did not have very many rings. I don't know if you can really see them very well. Got, like, all three of these are new. The one with actual color here is my silicone wedding band, but my camera's not gonna be able to pick up like the actual detail on these, which is fine. Just know that they're pretty. Got kind of like a knot thing going on here, and then on this side I got some tentacles, and then I got a different little metal band. And there's more. There are more rings that I'm not wearing right now. Oh my god. So now, like before this, I had like a total of 2 rings, and I was just wearing them every time. So now I can like change which rings I have each stream, right? So that's really the nice thing. So yeah, more shinies. As unshiny as I feel inside right now, I am very shiny on the outside. Also, I think I have pink eye, just on top of everything else. Probably in relation to getting a bunch of shinies, if I'm being perfectly honest. But it don't matter. We're gonna play Dwarf Fortress. Today's episode is brought to you by, why I pressed the wrong button there. Time. It keeps on ticking. And by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord. All the buttons. Just use your shiny fingers and click the buttons. And that's what makes me go. That's what makes me move forward right now. That's always what's gonna be making me move forward. So I appreciate you being here. Must rub shinies in eyes? No, please don't. I should probably wash my hand. I should probably just like soak all these in rubbing alcohol for a bit. I'm gonna wash my hands after stream. Don't worry about that. Anyway, here we are. We're gonna do the thing. I'm just gonna click continue. We're not gonna update our mods. There was yet another bug fix today, like another little hot fix. Just had a couple little bug fixes. I don't even remember what it was now. It don't matter. My voice is still a little a little rough, isn't it? But I don't care. I don't care. Here we are. We have our tavern. We just completed our tavern. Right? Or it's mostly done. We have one of our dining rooms, our little dining rooms done. And then we're gonna complete these other three. We're gonna have all sorts of tables. I think this is already overkill. I don't care. We have dogs hanging out in here. We have a yak skeleton already. We have 2 yak skeletons. We have 2 cats in a cat cam. Of course. And I'm just gonna click on pause. If you remember at the very end of last stream, we had a crash. And I don't quite know what that was. It was towards the end of winter. So I'm wondering if there was like an end of year cleanup kind of a bug. Zaraz, the Stonecrafter, has created Carakitress, a lignite mug. Oh. An artifact mug. Good. Good. Maybe we'll put that in the middle of our tavern here. But like off stream, I progressed us like to this next year. We're already in the spring of the following year. So I don't think it's gonna be a recurring bug. Like knock on wood. I don't think it's gonna be like the crash weirdness that we were having in leopard bins before. So we're just gonna go for it. But like, look, we got Shezra the stockkeeper in here socializing. Oh, and then these are dogs. Oh man, we have dogs dying from old age. We've actually been here for quite a while. I'm hoping that people, and we got poetry. We got bear people reciting poetry in our tavern, next to the dog corpses. All is as it should be. Most is as it should be. Kind of hoping they deal with these corpses. Maybe, do we have... I'm assuming we have space. We have a big old refuse stockpile up here. Yeah, there's plenty of space. This should be taking refuse and corpses. It's just taking everything except for our wool. I think it's just everyone's too busy doing other things. Actually, wow, we have a tantrumer. Rylam is a tantrumer, but he's actually in a better mood than he was before. I think he's following our administrator, trying to have a meeting. But like the fact that we don't have any... Oh, I spoke too soon. But like, Rylan was definitely in this lowest category. So I think our brainwashing is helping a little bit. Stray Boulder Bear is missing for a week. Dang! I think that might have also been... So we have polar bears in cages, right? That's definitely something we need to take care of at some point. We've been trying to train the polar bears. Is one of these a corpse? I don't see a corpse in one of these. That's interesting. The elves are here. One thing I want to start doing in earnest is trading with our friends. So we've been getting caravans. We are making... Okay, goodbye. That was a way to do that. But we're also noticing like our food situation. Oh my gosh, Tofu is just going nuts over there. Poetry and song, even here in the northest of north, or the southest of souths. We are like a southern hemisphere kind of world. So we're at the very southern pole. So we were noticing that our food situation is not quite as diverse as we would like it. We have been making plump helmet roasts and basically nothing else. I think the plump helmet roasts must have, yeah, minced yak tallow. Maybe some of them have cheese. But there's not a whole lot of food variety here. So I think what we're going to do, and we also learned that we can't grow above ground crops just at all, because we're in a glacier biome, I guess is how it works. So we are going to make rock crafts and import interesting food. That's going to be our strategy. So I'm going to bring a bin of stuff to the trade depot. I'm also going to do my best to not give everyone a bunch of jobs right now. I know there's a bunch of dead yaks everywhere, right? I would love for all of our stuff to get cleaned up. So I'm going to try not to give them too much to do right now. I'm going to maybe we get like a day off, but we'll see if they actually deal with any of it. Now, they've been really hesitant to deal with our skeletons. I really don't know why. Stockkeeper will get here eventually. No, now you're giving up? Okay, cool. Anyway, how was everyone's weekend? How's everyone doing? Yeah, don't give me that no job crap. You definitely have a job right now. There we go. So they've been bringing instruments because that's what I've been asking for. Well, I guess elves don't actually ask. Elves just do what they want. We could get a red panda. Could get some buckets. Mostly, I think we're doing food. I think we're at the point where we're importing food. You got some nuts, you got some fruits. And that's it. That's all you got, huh? A pipe opal. What was that? Pipe opal altar. Interesting. I think I am going to take some of these instruments. Just for the sake of having more instruments. In theory, each culture has its own instruments. So yeah, I think these are different instruments than the humans were bringing. So I'm gonna try to. I don't want to overtrade too much. I'm gonna give them a little bit extra, but like that's a lot, I think. Around like 1,500 maybe. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, we're gonna trade that. Shornbirds, the obscene. Wait, did I just trade an artifact? Did I just trade an artifact? Might have just traded an artifact. Well, that's what we get for not having a vault. Yeah, Shornbirds, the obsidian sack. The obescient sack? It's a ring. I guess we just traded an artifact ring. It's a very low quality artifact ring. So, you know, whatever. Enjoy. Wrist full and a flurry of activity at the end, putting away laundry and washing stuff. Yep, we also did laundry. Got to see some of my favorite family and watch dolphins jumping in the wake right behind me on a boat. Oh, that sounds fun. I like the sound of that. No migrants today. No migrants this season. We'll see if we get... I'm really curious if we're going to get a kobold caravan. If we get a kobold caravan, it's going to be in the winter. So, it's going to be a bit for that before we actually know if that's going to happen. The DF hack thing said that you might need to, like, force a caravan to unstick it. So, we'll see what happens. I see people dumping items, which is good. There's a lot of stuff to dump right now. We made like a little incinerator, right? We have a little incinerator going right here. That's looking better. There's definitely a lot of more stuff here than there was before. Okay, yeah. Okay. I think what we want to do... So right now we're just tossing everything here. We have a bunch of yak bones... and llama bones, and little penguin skeletons. Oh my goodness. But like, here's a yeti skeleton. And we were seeing that yeti stuff is quite valuable, right? So we might be at the point where we want to save some bone stuff. Maybe get bone crafts going? Because we've been strictly on rock stuff this whole time. And where would we do that? So we have jewelers here. Oh, we have so many gems. Oh, we need to cut so many gems. Oh my gosh. We need to cut some gems. Okay, that's gonna be a job. That's gonna be a whole job. We have some craft bold shops here. This is where we're doing like rock crafts. Do we do bone stuff down here maybe? Because this is like textiles. We might want to do we want to do another round of clothing? We have a good bit of cloth, and we have a bunch of leather. We have so much leather. We probably have too much leather. Let's make this bigger even. We also have like all our pigtails and all our dimple cups. And grinding the dye is such a labor sink, and we don't have power. I wonder if we should we make like a couple of windmills or something for power? Is that a thing we should do? Like just for millstones? I'm curious what our clothing situation is, so we're gonna go in here, we're gonna just use the auto clothing thing for the sake of a report. It says we basically need new stuff for everyone. Got it. Got it. So we're gonna make some clothing orders. We're finishing up our clay brick order, so that is nice. And in theory, what we have is like, so we have a bunch of pigtail cloth actually. I was gonna say maybe we have a bunch of wool, but actually we have a bunch of pigtail. So we're gonna make cloth toga, right? Not a yarn toga, but cloth togas. And cloth skirt. And then I like leather shoes. And then these are we're gonna do these for kobolds. And do like, oh, do we want to do a bunch? Let's say like 30 of each. So that we know that we have extra. And we're gonna do the same thing, cloth toga. Cloth skirt. Leather shoe. Then these will be sized for polar bear people. I'm gonna say like 20 of these. Again, we know that we have extra. I'm even gonna make sure to make something for our eagle person. This is cloth toga. Cloth skirt. Leather shoes. Still don't know how a bird person wears shoes. They seem to figure it out. These are gonna be for eagle people. Whoops. Doot. And then you. And then we'll do 5 of each of those because we only have the one person. Maybe some caps. Let's make them some caps too. Let's do like wool caps. Or yarn caps. So this will be for kobolds. And then yarn cap. Polar bear people. Oh my gosh. Can you just imagine a polar bear person wearing like a fuzzy flannel cap? I really like that image. And then wool, or not wool, yarn cap. This is for eaglemen. And we'll say we want to do 30 for the kobolds, 20 for the polar bears, and 5 for the eagle person. There we go. Do you think it's a big loose shoe that goes over the whole foot, or little things that go around each talon? That's my question, right? And the back talon, right? Do they have like one toe poking out the back of their shoe? I bet they would like sandals. I bet they would prefer sandals, if we're being honest. If a bird person had a shoe that just encapsulated their entire foot, like all their toes going forward and back, like that'd be a massive shoe. It'd be a huge shoe. Be like clown shoes. Okay, I think we are gonna go down here. Of course, this is gonna be all aquifer. Because of course. Maybe we'll go down like this way. Maybe let's do this. Becoming a bird person might involve the feet changing a bit. Yeah. I'm always curious about that too, right? I feel like each person who depicts animal people, like everyone makes their own choices about like, do they get like human hands? Do they get animal hands? Do they get like, does a horse person have hoof feet and human hands? Do they have human feet and human hands? Do they have hoof hands? I feel like I've seen all of these combinations, right? So how do I want to do this? Do I go like this way? Because we don't want to encroach on our magma stuff here, but it's not going to grow this way at all. If anything, it's going to grow that way. And this is like our nobles and stuff, so I don't want to go this way. Maybe we go around this way, because this is like our central throughway. It's like our experiment station. I think I am going to designate a hallway there, but maybe that might not be what we do right now. I think we're going to do... No, this... I think... Whoops. Or... Do I put... Like, do I put the thing in here? We're gonna want a pretty sizable spot for a bone stockpile. And then a spot for a couple of shops. I guess this is gonna be mostly stockpile. Maybe what we do is we say that our shops are gonna go around here. So I put some shops here and then a stockpile up here. I think that's gonna be how this works. Well, this will be a spot for just a couple of shops. And then this will be a spot for a decent sized stockpile, because I guess that'll have the outputs as well. Whoop, up. And then I think we can unpause from there. And then, yeah, I think this works. Yeah, okay. So then we're gonna have a door there, we're gonna have Kind of an entrance here, I guess. And probably a door there. Or I guess I do want that, like, double wide. I bet they would walk weird too, with their claws covered, like dogs with booties on. That's true. That's true. Booties being censored? That's also funny. Gotta cover your booty. Yeah, I bet, I bet bird person toes would operate differently, right? Like, their feet just are fundamentally different from mammal feet. I bet they wouldn't like shoes. My hunch is that they wouldn't want to do shoes at all. Like, in reality. But, you know. They gotta have something. We need more clay boulders, interestingly enough. Drop off inaccessible. Not sure what Kerr is up to. But if we're out of clay boulders, I thought I had. Didn't we finish it? It's not here anymore. So what are we wanting that for? Okay, there they go. Woolen sandals? Yeah, there you go. I think sandals would make sense, honestly. Just something that's kind of strapped to their toes, like you could have an individual strap per toe, and then just something rigid for them to stand on. Oh, this is all gonna be aquifer, isn't it? Oh my gosh, of course. Something so that they don't, like, stand on a nail or something. I bet you that's all they would want. What if the shoe is more of a clog-like lump that goes over the base of the leg so the claws are lifted off the ground? Like lifts? Does Kerr want lifts? I mean, that's an interesting thought, right? Do they... Luckily, above here is already mined out. My hunch is that they want something more flexible. This is the purest of speculation, right? Who the heck knows? Has anyone? It's like they make booties for dogs, right? Has anyone attempted to make booties for, like, chickens? Are there chicken shoes? Is that a thing that exists in the real world? Has anyone gone down the rabbit hole of what kind of shoes does a chicken prefer to wear? I love that that's a question. We're just gonna use closest. That scenario, it is more like a sandal so the fingers are free. Oh, so it's more like just a sleeve around, like, the upright part of their leg? And then the toes are kind of sticking out? I could see that working. Councils make clay bricks. I swear, the job's not even in here anymore. Or no, there's one left. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'll just cancel the one remaining clay brick. Whatever. They're already finishing up some of these clothing jobs. Oh, I'm just gonna copy. Oh, that just... Interesting, okay. Now I want to copy the text. Duck shoes. Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty close. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. I don't know what else you would do for a duck. There's just a big sleeve that goes over the whole thing, right? But for chicken shoes... Chicken shoes. Protective bird shoes, chicken shoes for hens and roosters, standard breeds, chicken pair, 3-inch max, inside width, gray. So yeah, they're kind of like, they're like finger shoes. They're like or like toe shoes, whatever those are called, right? So they're cloth. So they're flexible. I think that makes sense. So we should be making cloth bird shoes, is really what we should be doing. We still have someone's... You're dehydrated. Why? You can get down from there. I know you can get down from there, Kerr. I've been feeling anxious. Do I need to make a ramp here? I'm just gonna do this. Like you can get down. I don't know why you're stuck there. Keep your feet warm and stop you picking up splinters. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sure the kobolds don't keep the ground swept at all times, right? Man, why were you stuck up there? That's so weird. I don't know what was going on there. We also have people... I mean, they're hanging out. They're socializing. Someone left their clothes in here. There's a yak skeleton there. Oh, I was reading the wiki, and I learned something the other day about how taverns work. And I know that taverns are kind of strange and mysterious in some ways. But like we assigned ourselves a tavern keeper, right? We have a tavern keeper and a poet assigned. Oh, Rylam died. What happened to Rylam? What happened to Rylam? There wasn't a combat log there. That's our tantrumer. That was our tantrumer. I wish I could search here. We haven't had any recent combat. Are we now getting... Are we gonna start getting bugs now? Yeah, right. There's Rylam. The last thing Rylam did was have a tantrum. But that was a while ago. Like he even served time for it, right? Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping to kind of keep him around if I could. Is probably the person I am least upset about losing. I wonder, is it possible that was old age? I don't think so. Surely people have been in here. There should be a grave waiting for him, right? We got space for stuff. Curious. I'm gonna designate more that can take animals. I don't think most of our animals were adopted by anyone. I don't think they're gonna get buried, but hey, when I'm enjoying the stream but fighting sleep, I know that's fair. Yeah, I know what you mean. You gotta sleep, then you gotta sleep. Not much I can do about that, but I do enjoy having you around. We're gonna try to get these walls not wet. And we're going to make a big ol' stockpile. This is going to be for nice bones. This is our nice bone stockpile. So we're gonna go refuse for no bones. I guess we could do skulls as well. Let's start with like just the yeti. Right, and I guess also the corpses. I think we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna go up to this one up here. Somewhere. When I've finally shaken off this illness, I'll be back to staying the course. That's fair. Yeah, I guess you're sick too, aren't you? This gosh dang weather. So I'm gonna say not yeti stuff here. Because I'm gonna say it can also take yeti corpses down here. And we'll see what happens there, and then we're gonna go up to our little incinerator. I'm just gonna unforbid the whole incinerator pile. Well, is that what I want to do? Maybe what I want to do... I mean, most of that should just stay there, right? Because this is a dump stockpile, or dump zone. I think most of the stuff will stay there. I just want the, I guess let's watch, but I want the yeti stuff to come out. Heard flu this year is really bad. That's fair. I definitely have a cold. Like, this is definitely just respiratory junk. Okay, so you are grabbing a yeti skeleton to butcher. Okay. Excellent, actually. Actually. So in theory, that's gonna end up being a pile of bones. Yeah, yeti skull, yeti bones, 43 yeti bones. Very, very nice. And then you are gonna do it again. You're butchering another yeti. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So we'll let that happen. There's gonna be just more junk in here for them to deal with, right? It's gonna be a while before we're actually clean on stuff again. But hopefully stuff will start ending up there. Hopefully we'll smooth this someday. We'll do some workshops here. We'll just say craft shops. Right, I'm just gonna do a handful in here. Leave space for something else if we want. Made a little mock-up in crafts. Logo for tavern and spa. Oh, I like it. Is it like a bear, like a silhouette of a bear head? Is that what's going on? I like it. So you can actually design symbols in here. This is something that I haven't really done before. But like you can, so usually when you say, I want you to engrave a wall, or I want you to embroider an image on this cape or whatever, you just let them pick the image that they want. But you can specify the image that you want on things. That's something that I just don't really do very often. I'm gonna say that these don't take general work orders. Hopefully all the stone stuff happens upstairs. But then we're gonna want a stockpile of finished goods. We're gonna definitely keep this separate from our other finished goods, right? Because elves will not buy this stuff. So it's gonna be like amulets, bracelets, crowns, earrings, figurines, goblets. Do we want like yeti bone goblets? Can you make bone goblets? Ring scepters, totems. I'm gonna designate goblets just in case. And then I want bone. You're a man behind kobold. I like it. I like it. So we're gonna call that good. We're gonna say that our finished goods up here just does not accept bone. I'm just gonna say don't take bone. Because I want to keep them in separate bins. Look, our clothing got done. Masterpiece yak leather shoe. Perfect. So we're gonna see how this goes. Oh yeah, we have like, it's like the remainder of our everything bin, our everything pile. So it's mostly just, looks like it's just ammo and trap components, which is fine. We don't have a better place for this yet. Oh, and sheets. Oh, we got sheets. Oh, we got sheets. I think library is going to happen next. But I'm going to give him, we're going to give him a chance to catch up. I think we want some wheelbarrows in here. We even have... We do. I think we have spare wheelbarrows in here. Oh yeah, we have a bunch of wheelbarrows. Okay. So that's fine. Doing okay, Kerr? Just stressed? Just the normal stressed. Okay, so I want to check up here again, right? So now there's more stuff being placed. You can see the stuff in the brackets has been forbidden, so that's stuff that's been recently placed here. Oh geez, okay. But I'm not seeing more yeti stuff here. There is yeti stuff in here, so it just hasn't moved out of here yet, which is not that surprising. You are dumping a stray yak cow skeleton. Cool. Yeah, I think it's time for us to clean up. This place is getting a little grody. I guess we have a bunch of meat, right? We have plump helmets and we have meat. How do we ensure that our... Like, I always see people with the eat good meal requirement. And I'm really not sure what makes it a good meal. I'd love to know what satisfies that emotional need. We go to needs. Let's do some research. Focus, diversity. Looking for eat good meal. Practice craft, practice martial art, taking it easy. Oh, well, we got humans. We got some humans. still have a lot of llamas. Eat a good meal. Eating a preferred meal or a preferred alcohol cooked into a meal or a meal worth over 20. So food preferences are harder to deal with because everyone has different preferences, right? Native platinum, pig iron, red zircon, mangrove wood, giant chameleon tooth, nurse shark parchment, catapult parts, and giant spider monkeys for their long limbs. When possible, prefers to consume black bullhead, strawberry plants, and pearl millet beer. So some of those we could do. We can probably import some strawberry, can probably import some pearl millet. Maybe what we don't want to do... no, that's not what I want. I want to do this. I want to go to kitchen. So a lot of people say that you should turn off cooking of plump helmets for the purpose of preserving your seeds, right? And I've never really had that problem. So I've always just left plump helmets available for booze and cooking. And those are all seeds, okay. Okay. But maybe what we do is we say that plump helmets are no longer allowed in meals so that we make better meals. I wonder if that's a reasonable way to go about it. Because we just need to get the quality of our food up. I mean, this is over 50. So and that's like normal value, but that's like gonna be, is that gonna be the whole stack? How does that work? How do I see the value of an individual meal? I don't have like a stack of 1. Oh, here you are. So 14. So if we want to make good meals, over 20. So it's not even that far. This is like a superior quality. So maybe what we need to do is restrict our chefs. We need to train up some chefs. Because right now it's just everyone. So we're going to say cooks. And this is going to be a work detail for... I guess just cheese making count. Well, here's cooking. Brewing. Milking can be done by others. Because milk doesn't have quality, right? But cheese has quality? I assume cheese has quality. And then surely the quality of the cheese impacts the quality of the thing. A single McCheese job will take a barrel of milk to a workshop and produce several stacks of cheese of 5 or less. Milk of any milk-producing animal can be converted into cheese. This does not specify. Well, let's go look at a barrel. Let's go look at a cheese. I guess cheese making probably, well, it's gonna be its own. It's gonna be its own XP, right? Is there anything else we want in here? Butchery is different. Pressing is different. Milling is different. I don't think milled things have quality. Like flour doesn't have quality, I don't think. It's mainly cooking and brewing. So we're gonna say done. Say only selected do this. So we currently have a competent cook and an adequate brewer. I'm gonna say that the two of you are gonna be our only cooks and you're gonna do nothing else. Is that a bad idea? And ours is our poet. I'm gonna say the two of you. creature? You are just fully under here. That is not a cat zone. Tofu is small enough to fit into cracks that I did not anticipate. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And I do want to glance at cheese. Our cheese is probably all downstairs, right? I think I wanted it buried up here. But I doubt that's happening. Because it's all just... Or maybe we're just cooking it all. Are we out of cheese? We used all our cheese? No, we have not. But where are you? Oh, it made it up here. Okay, this is where I want it. Rendered fat pot. Look at that. That's cool. But it looked like it did not have quality. So if I look at cheese, this is a llama cheese. So I'm going to say that cheese making is not part of our restricted thing here. Literally just cooking and brewing. And the two of you will be the only ones who do it. And I want you to get some nice experience at it. Soft tofu will squidge out of the box, true. It's very slippery. Okay, so the humans are here. I do want to trade. We are gonna trade. Is worth 5 grand. Is there another? There's more artifacts in here. We need to find a place for our artifacts, so I don't keep trading them away. And then we're good on leather. I'm just gonna ask them for food. Like cheeses, give me all your cheese. Give me all your drinks. Meat, fish, plants, garden vegetables. I think that's all I want. I just want diversity at this point. Eggs? I don't think we need eggs. Yeah, I think that's what we want. I've also noticed that our bear people really like to take like a socialized job while hauling something. Maybe that's why everything keeps ending up in our tavern. But like they're socializing, but they're all holding yak parts. Listening to poetry, yak skeletons slung over shoulder. As you do. Let's see what you got. Oh, did you get... So carrot wine, okay. So that's probably good. Horse milk can turn into horse cheese. Beetroot wine, excellent. Bumblebee venom barrel, so that's not food. It is hilarious, though. And then what else? You have a bunch of bags. Have some flour. Flour's expensive. Flour's expensive. But I don't want the seeds. I don't care about the seeds because I can't grow anything. But here, so meat, fish, plants, leaves. I mean, all that's still just 1,200. And then I don't need the cheese itself, right? Because we have cheese, we can make cheese a silver meat cleaver. That's hilarious. And a twilight pestle. Huh. I think that's gonna be fine. And then... I think it's the other barrel or other bin that had a thing, right? Something in here is worth a lot. Somewhere. There you are. and you. Okay. I think we're still good. Trade. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Cool. That should introduce some diversity to our food situation. Oh, and what I want to do, maybe we gift it. I'm thinking we have so many prepared meals that are just low quality plump helmet roasts. I want to get rid of them. Maybe we trade them to the dwarves. We're going to trade the dwarves a whole bunch of plump helmet roasts. And they're going to give us cooler food in return, maybe. No trader needed. And then still waiting on bones here. Bring in a wheelbarrow. Okay, how are we doing? Still storing. There's gonna be so much storing jobs to do. Like, we've been making pigtails, we've been making cave wheat. We probably don't need more pigtails, honestly. But we're gonna start using pigtails for sheets for our library. Jeez, this is still filling up even still. Oh, and then this is probably full. Let's just make this a little bit bigger. Right, that should be fine. More room in our giant stockpile. Is this still leaking? Who is leaking? Oh, probably this. Oh well. I think that's fine. But we have a bunch of dimple cups, we have a bunch of pigtails. I bet you we have pigtails that aren't fitting in here even. And then I guess the dye ended up dealt with. And I have clothing ending up here. Is this really where I want to put it? Because when we finish clothing, it has to come out and go up here. Maybe... maybe we can put the clothing back in here? I am still coughing a little bit. I am not completely free of the cough. So the cloth itself is gonna go like this. And then I want a finished goods stockpile for the clothing. Right, it's not gonna be armor, it's just gonna be footwear, handwear, headwear, legwear. It's not like chestwear, right? It's like the body slot called. What am I missing? What is the chest slot called? Is it just armor? There's no way it's just armor. But armor has its own thing. Well, let's call that good. Yeah, because I want like the ropes and stuff down here. That's all fine. I'll just expand this out a bit. And then now you do not take footwear, handwear, headwear, legwear. Yeah, okay. And then we're leaking here. Someday we'll fix all the leaks. Actually, that's probably not true. Oh, it's like a half-broken door? Oh my gosh. Okay, they are working through it. Holy cow. And see, now there's a stack of yeti bone there. Interesting. So, no migrants this season. I want to go into our standing orders. We gather refuse. We gather outdoor. We ignore vermin remains. We are going to save skulls and save bones. That's gonna be like for everything. But if I say just dump bones, then all the bones are gonna end up in the dump pile. I think I have to do that to get them to show up in my actual stockpiles. We have children! We have children. I think that all makes sense. I think that all makes sense. Okay, and then I'm going to unforbid this pile again and see if some yeti stuff ends up in our stockpile. I also want to see some good meals get made. So we're probably at like our cap for meals. So maybe when the dwarves show up and we sell a bunch of stuff, we'll go below our cap and then we'll start making stuff again. But there are, I mean, I am seeing fewer corpses on the ground, right? There are fewer corpses. And you are this, you're storing stuff. Okay. Okay. They're trying. They are trying. That is gonna bug me. Do I just dig all this out? This feels like using this just for our little siege workshop feels like way overkill. Maybe we put like our little... Do we want like a vermin catcher? We do have like pixies and stuff floating around. What even is that? Vermin catcher's shop. Yeah, I'm just gonna dig all this out. Okay. We have not yet seen any visitors. We also haven't had a chance for our home caravan to show up, though. Oh, there we go. There's a yeti bone. There's a yeti skull. Yeti mangled right hand bone. Okay. That's cool. So that should stop it leaking from down here. But now if I say catch a live land animal, they won't like they need an empty trap. Can I make like copper traps? I can. Let's make like, no, we'll just do 10. Give me 10 copper animal traps. Okay. I want them to get everything all cleaned up. Gonna be a minute with only 34 people. 34? I guess that's right. Do you still not have clothes on? No, you do have clothes. Strange. Hey, look. Lead stone crafting demonstration. That's cool. We got a kobold in here teaching 2 polar bear people about stone crafting. They are both holding yak bull parts as they stand here and listen. As you do. It is mostly dogs in here. Oh, but look, we have the human head treasurer in here telling stories to the humans. Okay, so they're hanging out in here. So I don't know why they want to choose to hang out in here or not in here. Not a lot I can do about that, though. Learning stone crafting with yak parts, that is at least endearing. Sure, we'll go with that. We also need to decide what we're doing with our polar bears. Like the actual polar bears. I hope this works. I hope this actually attracts someone. Oh, there go the humans. There they go. And see, they're just in here. I could really use a good meal. I'm dejected. It's at least an ice hang. Yeah, they just like their llama parts. I also don't know, like at some point do we just dismantle this tavern and encourage everyone to hang out in the nice one upstairs to encourage maybe happier thoughts? Like, it's a further walk, but if it makes him happier. Jeez. Nighty night, JM. I hope you feel better. I hope we both feel better. Can we breed yetis? We have a breeding pair of yetis. Have wonderful weeks, or as close as you can. Yeah, you too. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to have a good week. It's interesting that I'm thinking that the slate gray clothing doesn't show up on their little sprite there. For whatever reason. Oh, we should do like a little treasure hoard. We do want to have a little spot for our treasure to go, I think. So it's just gonna be. So I'm gonna tuck it in here. We'll do like this. So then I want to do be copper pedestals. Let's do 10 copper pedestals. Rush is finally over. You know, like a work rush. That's always a nice feeling when you get through the hard part. Yeah, I know it's wet. Oh my gosh. And now it's autumn. Jeez. Used off register for break. Excellent. That's always nice. Register is rough. I think. I find it very monotonous. I guess it depends on where, like, the kind of place you're at, but. I used to work at Target a long time ago. And register wasn't my job. Like, I was in electronics mostly. So there was like a register and I would ring people up. But I wasn't just on register, right? Every once in a while I would have to go up to the front and cover a register. And just for like doing it for like an hour was just mind-numbing when it's just the beeping, right? Literally nothing else. So it was snowing inches an hour. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. We're getting copper pedestals. In theory, we made some copper traps. I'm assuming it got done. I'm assuming it got done. So let's say catch a live land animal. Let's see what happens. We have 3 yetis. There's a plump helmet man. There's a plump helmet man in our caves right now. And a giant albatross. And another polar bear. Someday we'll have a magma crab, maybe. Okay, well this works. We're just gonna place some doors down here. And then we can place some display furniture. Hey look, another strange mood. Clothier shop? Okay, sure. Okay, so we have 1 crown as a symbol for a caravan leader, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other artifacts, 2 of which are mugs, and 2 of which are earrings, and 2 of which are instruments. That's funny. I'm gonna wait for us to be able to place more, and we'll do them all at once. Yeah, I would like you to hang out up here. Oh, did I not assign? No, it is part of the same location. Okay. Oh yeah, and I want to finish this tower too. Clearly defense isn't that big of an issue. Jiggersy, the clothier, has created Urzlarzi, a llama wool sock. Classic. Absolutely classic. Artifact sock time. Oh, the thing that I learned about taverns. So I've always, like, you assign, like, you say there should be mugs in my tavern, and then you put a mug full, you put a chest in the tavern, it gets filled with your mugs, and it should work, right? The thing that I learned is that only a tavern keeper can use the mugs in the assigned in the tavern. And then if a person is just serving themselves, they don't get to use those mugs. And that explains like so much weird behavior that I've seen. So I think what you want to do is like also have a mug stockpile. Maybe we'll do that upstairs. I think eventually this tavern's gonna go away. This is such a low quality tavern anyway. I think eventually we're gonna just have all of our recreation happen up on the surface. And the dwarves are here, so I'm gonna request our broker, we're going to move goods, we're going to look at our bins. Or no, we're gonna look at our barrels. And like this one's just plump helmet roast, right? We're gonna find a bunch of these barrels that are just plump helmet roasts. There's some dwarven beer roast in there. We could also just like not include it. And we're gonna trade it to the dwarves. Surely the dwarves want plump helmet roasts, right? They're not sick of that. Yeah, I want the prepared food barrels. Prepared food, yeah. Prepared food, yes. More. armor. There's, yeah, everything's just a plump helmet roast. I think that's an oversight on my part. Yep. And there's just so gigantic stacks as well. Because, like, our planters are doing well. We're literally just going to trade the food here. I think the dwarves would be impressed by ice tunnels. I would think so, too. How'd you do all this without shoring it up? How'd you do this and make it safe? And the kobolds are like, what? Well, we have a grumpy face again. Who's our grumpy face? Oh, it's Kerr. Kerr is kind of grumpy. I don't know why. Don't you? You got nice clothing, right? You got clothing. You got your leather shoes on. You have a nice crown. Everyone wants a good meal. That's our next priority, I think. Come on, one more item. People are still, like, we still have a bunch of stuff in here that we've bought and hasn't been sorted yet. Because of course. There we go. And now our broker is eating. Saw all the food in the trade caravan and was like, I'm hungry. Where are you? Trade at depot, okay. Trade. Okay. And then I can't expand these. I have to just trade the whole barrel. Yeah, all right. I mean, there's like 4 grand worth of food here. It does add up. You have a nice instrument. A water buffalo. That's what we want, right? Dwarven rum, yes. And then you have seeds. I guess the underground seeds we can at least use. But meat, fish, don't need the plump helmets. Don't need quarry bushes. But like capers, bilberries, for sure. For sure. And then we don't need llama or water buffalo cheese. Or I guess water buffalo is different. We can take the pig cheese. Commentary on Helpful Thunders. So that's an actual book. Why not? And we're still like, oh, and that's too much weight for them. Oh. What else can we take that weighs a bunch? Just like take their iron chain leggings. They're over by 700. Gems aren't gonna weigh much. But do you even have that weighs anything? You really didn't bring much that weighs anything. Oh, we could buy the water buffalo just for the sake of, like, making sure that they have enough room. Even this instrument is only weighing 12. A bunch of clay. I don't know why they keep bringing clay. Yeah, we're gonna take this water buffalo strictly for weight reasons, which is hilarious. And then we'll take the instrument because why not? Because we have extra value to play with. And then I don't think I want any of the rest of this. Why not large gems? I like large gems. I cannot lie. Quarry wish leaves, I mean, at least it's already processed, right? And we'll grab some cheese. Yeah, why not? Oh, wonderful. Cool. So, still no migrants. In theory, that means we now have way fewer meals. Yeah, look, we are preparing lavish meal, quinoa flour, pearl millet flour, wheat flour, and a bat ray. Quinoa roast, a stack of 33. And that means, so it's 33, so 560 values spread across 33, right? I'm assuming that they're all the same value, right? So if I say 561 divided by 33, 17, it's still not good enough, but I guess it is relatively low quality. So they're just gonna get better. I think they're just gonna get better. Yeah, here we go. Nautilus, saguaro, alpaca, cheese, llama tallow, yak tallow. Yeah, just keep cramming it in there. Yak tallow roast. That's 329. Oh, come on. It's 11.75. How do I game this? How do I get them to make good meals? Hey, look, I can see the bottom of this butcher shop no longer has a scroll bar. Of course, we're gonna butcher another thing right now. Cherry wine pot, that's nice. But see, that's worth like 2 a drink. Yeah. But they want good meals specifically. They specifically want good meals. There's still a bunch of plump helmet roasts in here. I thought I got them all. Well, maybe I'll like forbid them. No one eat this. This is garbage. You are above this. See, that's better. Where'd all this come from? Maybe do we just have that much? We just have that much. Yak tallow roast. That's not quite close enough, right? 392 divided by 28. It's 14. $4.94 divided by 26 is 19. Of course, just forbidding it like this is gonna... We're not gonna trigger the jobs the way I want it to. How do we have that much? I thought... Didn't I gave you a bunch, I thought. We could just give it away. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess you did end up with all of it. It is all in there. There's just that much. We'll keep it as like a backup. But yeah, no one eat that. No one eat all that. Cause like here, yeah, that's worth 5. What? 7. So we are getting closer. I'm not sure. I mean, is cheese the way to go? I don't think the cheese ones are going to be worth that much. I think it's okay if they have cheese in there. It's definitely not. Wow. Wow. I think it's going to be a skill thing at this point, since that's a multiplier. I think if we can get some decent quality stuff. Yeah, strawberry wine. You're just, wow. Is that just a bunch of cheese? Are you just making a cheese roast? Oh my gosh. Ingredients are well-minced alpaca cheese, finely minced alpaca cheese, well-minced alpaca cheese, and minced alpaca cheese. Yeah, good job. That's just cheese. It's worth 18. So that's not that far off, actually. If it were 1 degree higher quality, that would have actually qualified. So maybe cheese is okay. Look at that. Okay, we're getting there. Look at him dumping. Look at him dump. I think we're finally cleaning up all the skeletons. Okay, that makes me happy. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there. There's still stuff like outside. Did we ever catch a land animal? Did we ever actually? They're also constantly having to repasture things. I don't know what's causing that. Hello, welcome in. Polar bear man eats entire bag of shredded cheese straight from the bag. Oh man, it me. Sounds pretty good. I did grow up in Wisconsin though. I wonder how kobolds deal with cheese. Do you think a kobold stomach can really deal with cheese while eating pig cheese roast? So like where, or you already ate it. We're trying to make higher quality food. We'll see if it ever works. Well, I mean, that's gotta be close, right? That's 23, okay. This alpaca cheese roast is actually a good meal. This counts as a good meal, I think. They probably don't get it. They probably don't get cheese. Like it's a type of meat, sort of. It's like meat, except that you don't have to kill the animal to get it, right? It's a protein? I guess it's a fat. See that, but that's worth 10. I think once we start getting masterworks, food, that'll be what does it for us. Found your vids on YouTube when I was looking for Dwarf Fortress gameplay. Found it super interesting. Hooray! Hooray, hooray! The system works! Well, welcome in. This is my favorite video game, by a long shot. So we've been going at it. I don't know if you've seen any of the recent VODs or anything, but we are on a glacier. We've adopted some polar bear people into our society. We're hoping maybe to get some attention from our home civilization. Maybe someday. But this has been a weird fort. We're kind of taking it easy right now so that they can actually get all the jobs done. Like we got a lot of, we're trying to destroy a bunch of stuff. We're trying to deal with we had a yak die off. Not like a yak, but like a die off. We have a bunch of yeti bones down here that we're gonna start carving into things. We have more yetis. And our clothing never ended up down here, huh? Maybe it's fine if it's up here. Maybe it's fine. Footwear, handwear, headwear, legwear. The rest of this I still want elsewhere. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Get rid of that one. Slowly training wild polar bears. Someday we're gonna start breeding polar bears. Like where do we breed our polar bears? Where do we put our polar bear breeding program? Because right now they're just all in cages. Animal traps. Do you have... Oh, they all ended up in here. Well, I guess if we caught something, it would end up here, right? Yeah! We caught a lizard! We caught a two-legged rhino lizard. But we have pixies here. I'm gonna put catch live land animal on repeat and see if we can catch some pixies. Literally for the heck of it. I'm also thinking... I mean, it's not too far to walk, right? Of course, I keep cutting through here. Doors there. You are playing with a toy copper boat? Sure, okay. And then we're getting more... No, you're grabbing rocks. Okay, whatever. So then in theory, I mean, our butcher's shops are empty. Kind of incredible. There should be a bunch of yaks and some dogs, mostly yaks. It's mostly yaks. But I think I only care about keeping the little penguin feet. Just kill me. Yeah, I want to keep the yeti stuff. Yeah, keep the yeti bones, I guess. And then we also have a stockpile. Oh, now it's winter. Cross your fingers for a kobold caravan. What I want right now more than anything is a kobold caravan. If I have to force one, I will. I guess we should check the actual Civ screen and make sure that we aren't, like, Did we actually fix it? Yeah. Okay. So let's hope they show up. Fingers crossed. And then we got in here. We got this is all alpaca, llama. Should be fine, right? It seems fine. Because you're no longer allowed to take... Right, we excluded Yeti? Yeah, okay. I think that works. We have more pots. I don't know why these aren't ending up in pots. Yeah, they're down here. Okay. Make me some good food, please. We're at least getting a bigger diversity of alcohol now. Getting like strawberry wine. And that can in turn be turned into meals as well, right? Kitchen. Can I just do... Oh, interesting. I didn't realize this. Okay, cool. So yeah, all of our booze is set to be cooked, which I think is what I want. I think that's what I want. Oh, and we're still butchering yetis. Giant penguin bone. Oh dear, is that worth something too? How do I know what their like bones are worth? Value multiplier times 3. Oh, I see. And penguins don't have that. Okay, so I'm not gonna worry about the penguins. Oh! Our first supply caravan! Oh my god, we even get like the first... We've been here for like... We're coming up on like 20 years here. And this is our message for our first caravan. Oh my god, okay. Praise be. Here's our merchants. Okay, let's make sure they get in. Let's make sure they don't get eaten by an albatross. This is like our diplomat even. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we are finally getting contact with our home civilization. They're finally coming to say hi. They're finally going to come recognize the fact that we exist. So now we need to trade with them. We're gonna give them a bunch of our plump helmet roasts, if nothing else. Broker requested. I do want to go to my barrels. Can I just do like repaired? So not that one. Why doesn't it? I don't know why this search doesn't... Oh, here we go. Prepared meals. But this isn't... This is not the stuff in the barrels. I don't know. This search doesn't really... Search doesn't really work. I thought you were angry at us. Only a 40-year round trip. Drop by more often. Yeah. No joke. It's only the most inhospitable place on the planet, on the opposite side of the continent from your home. But we've been missing you. Go down here. They should be called prepared food barrels, right? Okay, hold on. So if I look at this, it says pot. Because they're in pots. Okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So we'll go down to pots, maybe? Is there not a pots category? So where... Because these are just barrels. These are just barrels. They're just the barrels. So where do the pots go? They count as bins? Where's my pots? I've never tried to trade a pot before, apparently. Because there's prepared meals, but this is just stuff that's on the ground, right? This is just stuff that's not in containers. How do I do this? Never sold pot in my life, officer. Never once. Clearly, I don't even know what pot is. Pot? What's that? It's not a tool. It's a tool? It's a tool? Okay, well here they are. A lot of them would just be plants, right? That's fine. I just want... There should be prepared meal. Prepared food. Oh, but that's not the one I want. I can't, like... Like, why does that not do anything? Why doesn't that do anything? Prepared food, there we go. I want you. I want you. I want you. I want you. We have a lot of plant pots. We have a lot of plump helmets laying around. I don't know if you've noticed. Of empty pots. Oh, you for sure. You for sure. You for sure. Pot for soup or plant officer sir. 3 dorks in a row. Hooray! Hooray, hooray. Welcome in, Anthric. We're selling pot. I'm trying to get rid of my plump helmet roasts and trade up or train up some people who can make some decent food. Because literally everyone in our fortress wants a decent meal. Take 5 grams of, oh, pots of stuff, yeah. 5 grams of plump helmet roast, please. I'll take your stickiest purple stuff. Look how much we have. This is ridiculous. Yeah, we're tossing all of it. We're sending it to our home civilization. We're getting our very first home civ caravan right now. We're trading with our home civilization for the first time in like almost 20 years. So it was definitely the Civil War bug. That's what I fixed. Oh my god, we have so much. Jeez. That might be enough. Probably more in here though. Oh my god. And then mine carts and stuff. Okay, maybe we're good now. Okay. Okay. 16 pots of plump helmet roast to the trade depot, please. Stat. I guess we should also toss in like a bin of crafts. That's gonna have, does this have a artifact in it? What's in there? There's definitely an artifact in there. We have no. No, not you. I know there's more than one bin here. Of finished goods, here we go. Nope, I'm keeping that one. There we go. 1,500. I don't think there's anything super valuable in here. Yeah. Okay. This will make him happy. Cottage pottage. Purple put me sleep. I like the super light lemon kind. So I've heard. Allegedly. So we are making meals. Still not entirely sure what the, like we're constantly having to repasture everything. I don't really know what's going on there, but. Okay, I want everything to show up. Bring it in. Now you're gonna go conduct a meeting, because of course. Trade. Come on. One more thing. No, come back. Okay. Now just get here and we're good. Okay. Oh my goodness. Greetings from the mountain homes. Your efforts are legend, are they? Legend as in we didn't think it was real. Hey, look, a llama. And a bunch of a bunch of booze. We don't need picks. I wonder, so they're gonna be like dwarf stuff, right? Look at all the large gems. Ooh. Oh, but like the meat and the fish. Oh, a lungfish. Praise rivers. We're not taking plump helmets, but we're taking all of that. Don't care about thread. We'll take the cheese. There's dwarven cheese in there, because why not? And a couple books. Sure. Okay. So now if we say... I mean, I'm just gonna say all of it. Oh, that's not even enough. Or no, all of this too. There we go. Now it's enough. Okay. We're trading 7,500 worth to our home civilization. Half of that is food. If that doesn't make them happy with us, I don't know what to do. Bronze bolts is kind of tempting. Do you have any... Dwarven sugar is nice. But the seeds I don't care about. Socks? We could just take some socks. Ostrich leather shoes. Training swords. I think this is all fine. And we can take the booze. Dwarven syrup. Rattlesnake venom. Someday, maybe someday we'll get the choice to, like, coat our weapon traps in venom like they can, like kobolds can, in their own little places. Because being able to, like, import a barrel of rattlesnake venom and then coat your weapon traps in rattlesnake venom would be amazing. It'd be absolutely amazing. I think I'd rather the syrup than the cheese. Is there cheese? Maybe I prefer it over a gem. There we go. Okay. Trade. Seems ecstatic. You'd better be. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save. Llama? You want the llama? I don't want the llama. We're good on llamas. Okay. That's good. That's very, very good. I'm really, really hopeful that now we'll get a migrant wave. Or at the very least, we'll get some visitors. We did make a change. A thing has happened. Probably means we should prepare for, like, more people. We should probably start digging bedrooms and stuff. I'm gonna continue letting them have some time to themselves without a bunch of jobs. Who's... Oh, the water buffalo? Oh, we need to let the water buffalo out. Well, we need to let the water buffalo out. Gonna build a cage. Or no, I want to select. Where's my water buffalo? So there you go. We'll just let it out. Or more realistically, just assign it to the pasture down there. See, we have llamas. We're also, are we shearing? Do we have a bunch of yarn down here? I guess we did make a bunch of clothes. Yeah, do they... Oh, what are they? They just wander around. Buffalo. There we go. So, you go there. So, I noticed that there's a bunch of jobs for pen pasture alpaca, right? So, like... Are they just trying to keep them separate? Do I need to make a wall here? Because they keep wandering together? We have two different pastures because they're on different levels. Maybe that's what we need to do. I'm just gonna say... Right, we should have... sunblocks? We have sunblocks. Or maybe it should be like... We'll do like this. Right. We lose a little bit of the size of our thing, but I think that's ultimately okay. Maybe we'll go like this. Then over here should be fine. And then here... All right. Ran out of that kind of block. Okay. Okay, maybe that will be helpful. Yeah, it looks like they just... So the llamas just wander down here and create a bunch of jobs for people to repasture them. That's definitely not helping our labor situation. And that's that one, okay. You are working on food. Look at that, looks like a proper meal. Onion roast. That's gonna be worth 10 a piece. Yep, that's worth 10 a pop. They're getting XP, surely. Like, where are you at? You are a legendary stonecrafter. You now are a level 3 cook, so they're getting better. When we start getting masterwork meals, we're gonna be good. At some point, we'll just be cranking out masterwork meals, and everyone will be happy. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. You keep an eye on that one. Welcome back. Oh, diplomacy. Let's not forget the diplomacy. Oh my goodness, I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. Yes, you abandoned us for 20 years. Merit deserved reward. We're getting a promotion on our first caravan. Has anyone ever done that before? Oh my god. Has anyone ever been promoted on their first caravan? How is that even possible? We don't even have a mayor. So, wow, okay. What's hilarious is that even leopard bins never got promoted. This is the first time we've had a fortress get offered for promotion in this world. In this world. That means we're gonna start attracting nobles. We're gonna start attracting random barons, I bet you, hanging out in our nice tavern. Who's gonna be our baron? Or baron, I think we call it something different. A warren. We can promote a polar bear person to be a noble within our kobold civilization. Or our eagle man. I feel like our first baron should probably be a kobold. Oh my gosh, some of the you have 5 preferences. Awful. Wasn't a lot of competition for barony for this far south? Yeah, no joke. For some reason you're the only barony on this ice sheet. There are a couple of kobolds with no item preferences, which is handy. Could be our doctor. Like both of our doctors have no item preferences. Doctoring's kind of a low. Like they haven't been very, very busy, right? Of course now everything's gonna change. Caught likes blowguns. Terrifying. We have 2 people who like catapult parts. And ballista parts. I think I'm gonna say the planter's also tempting. So our planters have just been planting this whole time, very diligently. Planter or doctor? I think if we get a, I guess we wouldn't get like a second of these nobles, right? Is there only 1 noble that you can choose per fortress? Planter less stress, I think that makes sense. Zinner? I think it's gonna be Zinner. Congratulations, Zinner! I would like you to bring food. Right, all the meat. I guess meat isn't even, I guess meat is kind of important. And then fish, and then not plump helmets. Don't care about plump helmets. Yeah, I think the rest of that is fine. I guess you could bring us, like, our civilization's instruments. Maybe that would be nice. Which, there are many. A need for splints is expected. What's going on in the mountain homes? Okay. Okay, we're gonna pick a spot for, we're gonna make a room for our nobles. I guess I want to place the rest of our pedestals as well. Okay, so now we're in like, we have some like normal fort stuff to do. It took so long to get to this point. Display furniture. Gonna go plop, plop, plop. Plop, plop, plop. Okay. And these are kind of our nobles. I'm surprised that no one's ever cleaned up all this mud. I guess maybe not that surprised. And then I think we're gonna keep going this way. Our noble quarters are gonna go here. These are gonna be a little bit larger. Or does our noble go like on the surface? Maybe if we get more nobles, they'll get like surface bits. But for right now, you're gonna go like here. Yeah, so you want... you also need a tomb. Yeah, okay. But that's gonna go downstairs with the rest of the tombs. I think. Right. Something like that. And then, oh, the water buffalo starved to death. Oh, dang. Well, oops. We've been made a warren. Creature occupying site. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. Looks like they figured it out, though. Not able to get there? They probably can't get there. So now they should be locked in here, right? There's no way for them to get out? Another strange mood. Alright. I think that's all fine. I think this is now fine. Okay. I don't see a bunch of llamas down here. Maybe, so what happened was the llamas ended up coming down here and eating all the yak food, and then all the yaks died? Is that what happened? Honestly, we have a bunch of these too, but they're somehow sustaining themselves. For now. I thought, aren't these like... You should be dumping out to fresh yarn, which is here. Yeah. These shops should be putting out to here, but whatever. Well, we did pause milk. I think I'm okay with that being paused for the moment. We do have a lot of milk. Llamas are a menace a little bit. And you've already begun your construction. Okay. When it's Klilu even. Our caravan tactician. Look at all these meals. Yak meat roast. I don't think that's gonna be quite... Not quite what we want. Klilu has created a limestone earring. Hooray! And claimed it as a personal treasure. Alright, well, there you go. You've returned? Well, welcome back. We had our caravan. We actually got a trade caravan with our home civ. For the first time. Yeah, that's 15 apiece. Someday. Okay, so now we're gonna come down here. And we're gonna place our artifacts. No, come on. That was a crash. Why crash? Glad I saved. We had a major patch, so now we're just gonna have crashy stuff again. Just make one thing work and then other things not work. I wonder what that is. I guess that was the end of the year again, wasn't it? That might have been the same thing as last time. Have to do that all again. Fine. We did the trade. The trade has happened. Don't have to worry there. But we haven't talked with our diplomat yet. We definitely haven't dug our rooms. Ugh. completely different from last time. So like here and here and here, and then like that. And then same thing, we're gonna place our furniture. Six, right, okay. And then our noble wants a tomb, which will go here, I guess. I want migrants. I also want migrants. I also want migrants. But I'm hopeful. Now that we have a trade caravan, they're gonna go off the map and tell the world that we exist. And tell everyone how awesome we are. So if we look at objects, right? So that is gonna be worn by our caravan leader, so whatever. We do have two instruments. So this is of course it's gonna be up there. I guess I'm okay with that, right? It's gonna be played. What about this one? That one's also there. So then we have an earring. This is a pudding stone earring. I'll go down here, assign, go to earrings. Oh, we literally have 2 earrings and they're both artifacts. That's amazing. Right, that one and that one. Okay. So there's our 2 earrings. And then we have a pair of mugs. Because I'm curious where they are. They're gonna be like goblets? Yeah. There's you. There's you. And we have a sock and a crown. I mean, the crown, maybe we'll give... I assume we can make assign a symbol to a baron, right? I think they're gonna get the other crown. So that just leaves a sock. Kindling spires. A llama wool sock. I mean, like footwear. There you are. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's wet. I know it's wet. It's eternally wet. What are the bards singing nowadays? That's a good question. Is this a hard game to pick up from zero knowledge? A little bit. May or may not be notorious. It's a lot easier these days than it used to be. I would say that. But yes, the initial learning is a bit of a lift, I would say. But not not an insurmountable hurdle. It's just a lot. There's just a lot of systems that interact with each other in sometimes surprising ways. Tried one Dwarf Fortress that only had ASCII for sprites. Yes, that used to be how it was. The Steam version has added default graphics. This is just what the Steam version looks like. And it has added a lot of UI helpfulness. It used to be the UI was a little bit of a bear, but I think it's a lot more intuitive now. So now it's like you still have to put in some effort to like understand what's happening in the game, but you are not struggling as much to just figure out how to do things, if that makes sense. Tons of resources, almost always someone streaming. Yep, totally. Looks really cute now. I agree. And we're playing a mod. So not only is this on Steam, it has Steam Workshop mods now, which is just the best thing in the world. So we're playing a mod that gives us kobolds as a playable race. And I'm having so much fun with it. So these little dudes are technically a mod. But like our polar bear people, the polar bear people are just people we adopted. Like these are in the game by default. They're just not usually part of your civilization. That's kind of that's us. That's us doing things. That's us making choices. Oh, I guess so. And then we're gonna anticipate a migrant wave? Maybe? And of course, like way out there. Oh my goodness. We are gonna smooth all of this. Any more animal people on the map? We have more yetis. We have a plump helmet man still down there. This hasn't changed. This one plump helmet man has been down there for a while. And a bunch of caged yetis. I hope we still get our meeting with our diplomat. Where's our... You? You're from the Frosty Buckling. The Faith of Stenches. Can we invite him in for soup with the plump helmet man? I don't think so. Just down here in the cave. Stuck in the tree. Probably, I mean, this is like the only tile that touches the edge of the map. And then you can't do anything from here. So she's just stuck here, I guess. She just lives there now. I would love to see... Oh, do we have more food up here? I mean, it's okay. So there's some good food up here. Hopefully. Oh, but see, there's more plump helmet roast. What if I'm just gonna dump the plump helmet roast. After all, why not? Alpaca sweet bread. See that? Like that's worth 10 a pop. That's not bad. That's an excellent stack. 494 divided by 26 is 19 because of course it is. I think it's still gonna be a little bit before we actually get some really good stuff. Thornback Ray. Oh, and we forgot about the diplomat left unhappy. No, you didn't. You're right here. You're right here. You didn't leave unhappy. Okay. We're gonna promote the same person. That's strange. I don't know why that triggered there. And we got another strange mood. I'm gonna not question it. Going to not question it. I do want instruments. And I want... I guess I also want fish and garden vegetables. And I guess the meat. Okay. I mean, are you still on the map? You're still on the map. I don't know why it means saying you left. Okay, well that turned us into a warren. Probably happy down there eating nutrients off the tree. Yeah. Just attaching to a tree as a fungus person would. We are gonna get leaking in here. Let's go ahead and engrave. I think we're at least gonna do like this, right? It needs to be of a certain quality. And then you need a bunch of furniture. We're gonna say this is our bedroom. This is gonna be your office. Guess I'll wait for some carving to get done. Two kitties negotiating for position is incredibly cute. I'm glad that they seem to get along so far. We've noticed that Heck has gotten quite... I think Heck has been stealing some kitten food. Actually, we know Heck has been stealing some kitten food. I think Heck is growing, or Tofu is growing, but Heck is also growing. But Tofu will come off the kitten food soon here. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on the date as well. Yeah, that is Heck around mealtime. Growth is contagious now? Yes, that's exactly what's happening. You can have a jet table. And then a jet table there. And then a jet throne and a jet throne. And then you want a cabinet, I'm sure. Probably 2 cabinets, honestly. And a chest. And a chest. And then... armor racks. You want 2 chests. I gave you 2 chests. So now you want a weapon rack. And an armor stand. There we go. And then... do you need just a tomb, right? I assume we have a sarcophagus. Oh, and then you did not successfully dig. Because, of course... do I do about that leaking? It's gonna be hard to get over there. It kind of enclosed this level, did I? There we go. Caravan leader has created Craycat, a jet scepter. Sweet. Oh, and then the symbols, right? So I can go here. I can say that Zinner, our Warren, is going to get this crown. Because I think that makes sense. Lead apprentice. Oh, interesting. And then I'm going to say the scepter goes on a pedestal. There you are. Okay. Oh, but you're not actually assigned anything. I'm making all this stuff, but I haven't actually assigned any of it to him. So we're gonna say this is a bedroom. And then we give this to Zinner. Overseer. Is that what that means? It is you, right? Yeah, Zinner, Overseer. Okay. And then you get an office. What are you doing? There's tofu. Okay. Whoa, okay. Yeah. I thought it looked a little precarious. I'll give this to Zinner. And then we make a little dining hall. Right, and then this goes to Zinner. And we'll find Zinner. Picking up equipment. You're gonna grab your crown. And then we're gonna unassign the not good bedroom. I guess I could go to this child. There we go. So now you're getting there. So now you just need a tomb. You need a cabinet. I think we told a cabinet to go in. Right? Yeah, it's just there. Okay, so now we need to dig this. We're gonna smooth it. Is this the game soundtrack? It sure is. This game has an amazing soundtrack. Back in the day, so before the Steam version, a lot of the things about this game were supplied by players, by third parties essentially, or by fans. So there used to be a bunch of tools, like the UI was such a thing that people just made their own stuff to make the game work, essentially. Oh, a helix has been found nearby. Okay. On the ice sheet? Where? So this is us. Which... it would be blue, right? Or it's like... oh, this. The kobold helix of last treasures. Population 30. governed by the Grove of Gods. Neat. We could potentially request workers from here. Oh my god, okay. Hey, look, it's Orkana. Is that you? Okay, well, that's fantastic. But third-party tools. So there used to be no soundtrack. Before the Steam version, there was no official soundtrack to this game, but there was a third-party program, and someone programmed a tool that would sit in the background and kind of examine what was going on in game and play little sound effects. Like when it started raining, it would play rain sounds, and you get like little thunder sounds, or based on what happened, you would get different songs. Like and a fan just wrote songs for the game, just for the heck of it, and they're all fantastic. And then when the Steam version came out, they asked the person who was making those songs to make the official soundtrack, and that's what this is. So this is, and even one of the songs, Danger Room recently, was like, that's a song that was made for this mod years and years ago, but then they remastered it and included it in the official soundtrack. Which is just amazing to me. I absolutely love it. So the soundtrack, this is the official soundtrack, but it's made by a fan of the game. Actually inspiring. It's amazing, and you can go find the entire soundtrack on YouTube. I know that the bulk of the music was written by Simon. I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name. Simon Sruer. And then I don't know the actual relationship between the two. You'll find the soundtrack on the YouTube channel for Dabu, Dabu. You can even see this person. Last soundtrack, Expansive Cavern, Dabu and Simon. So I think the two of them collaborated on the official soundtrack, but I believe Simon is the one who did the bulk of the previous soundtrack, if that makes sense. Dwarf Fortress has long been a one-man passion project supported by a loyal base of people who added more to make it even better. Exactly. And it's still largely, I guess, less so than it used to be. They've brought on a second programmer these days. There are artists who do the art. Yeah, two brothers. Zach and Tarn are the primary people. And then Tarn is the one who does the programming. Like, they both design the game, and then Tarn does the coding. So like the mess of programming that is in here is one person's passion project. But it's slowly expanding in a very exciting way. There we go. A coffin! Keeping an eye on a date here. I'm really hoping that we get through the year without anything weird happening. Is going to be a tomb. Right, tomb for Zinner. And then you're happy. We've satisfied a Warren. And then we assign a lead apprentice, so they'll take over the position in the event of your master's untimely death. So maybe our runner-up will be a polar bear person. Who do we... Who do we promote? Or who's gonna be on deck in case our person dies? I feel like who's our... Who's our happiest bear person? Mothdast? You have very few preferences. I think that sounds good. It's gonna be Mothdast. There you are. And then you just need slightly better quarters. I guess we probably haven't, like, actually smoothed out our rooms and stuff. You are still needing to, like, pin and pasture. Oh, because I didn't... Oh, right. Because we crashed. Okay. I'm gonna go to your room. I'm gonna find your room. It is smooth, but it's not engraved. We're just gonna do that. I'm gonna wait until we get a save here. Get an autosave before designating the walls down there. We have a Helix. We have a Helix. That makes me very hopeful for a migrant wave. Probably next season. In the spring, we might get an actual migrant wave. If rebellions were coded in, it'd be very funny to co-op this base and end up making a vanilla animal person civ. That would be fun. I'm thinking when we get around to making another world, the animal people are gonna be given some special attention. Okay, now you're satisfied. Perfect. Perfect. There's still skeletons laying around. A lot fewer than there used to be, though. A lot fewer than there used to be. Okay, we're about to hit our autosave, so I'm just not giving the game anything to worry about. You'd be so happy? Excellent. I believe I'll look into it when we actually get to that point, but I believe there's a mod that just turns all the animal people into civs in some way. Like, I don't think it'd even be that hard to make animal people really prominent in this game. They're already like relatively prominent, I think. Like, dwarves are cool and all. Elves and goblins are cool and all. But what if it's just all furries? What if we had a world... What if we had a world that did not have the major civs? Like a world that did not have dwarves, elves, humans, or goblins. It was just animal people and kobolds and things like that. Okay. We made it. Oh, we have another dead dog, so a dog died of old age. Because of course. It would just be cool. Yeah, exactly. I just think they're neat. We're gonna go back down here and we're... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah? Everyone's okay. Everyone's okay. Well, that was dramatic. She tried to leap up from the ground onto the bottom part of the cat tree, but like it's not fastened down, right? It's just sitting on the desk. So she went up and just like leapt and just grabbed the bottom of the cat tree, but didn't have her weight. Like, she was trying to pull herself up, I guess. So her full weight was just on the bottom of the cat tree and just like pulled it off the desk. So that's cool. She's fine. You're fine, right? You're fine. Rub some dirt in it. We're just gonna redo this. A bituminous coal block. Who made a bituminous coal block? Get out of here with that. Where did these come from? Chalk and rock salt? Excuse me. Is it? No. Strange. I will ignore that. We're just gonna place some blocks in here. I guess we have a bunch of microcline blocks. We do have a bunch of microcline blocks. We'll go like this. I think those can all get made. I guess we'll find out. Infinite diversity, infinite combinations, yeah. So we wouldn't get very many births in a fortress, right? Like if everyone in a fortress was a different species, we wouldn't have very many marriages, right? I don't think there's any, like, interspecies marriages in this game. Diplomacy? Oh. The overseer meets with the elf diplomat. What a pleasant surprise, not a single tree here weeps. Well, I guess there's cave trees. From the abuses meted out with such ease by your people. Joy! The dwarves have turned a page, the kobolds have turned a page. Not that we would make paper, a travesty. Perhaps it is better said that the dwarves have turned over a new leaf, and the springtime for our two races has only just begun. The elves are so happy that we don't cut down trees here. We just import them all. Okay. You're welcome. Now bring us a bunch of really exotic food. Tried the mod, it seems to be by species. How do you mean? I definitely haven't tried that one. We live in a glacier, yeah. There's like just meeting with the elf, looking out over like a completely flat expanse of ice, and the elf going, oh, no dead trees! Hooray! Hilarious. Each civ in the species, like dwarves, elves, goblins. Yeah, no dead anything. It's so great. We're so in harmony with nature here. Okay, so now I guess this isn't too bad. Dead yeti rotting next to them. Yeah, they don't care about that. That's fine. That's just stuff that happens. And the elves are here. Okay, I think this is now enclosed. I should not be able to get out of here now. Okay, oh, I mean, that's there, yes. Driftwood, true. Look at their giant camels. Okay, so we do have another finished good bin. I guess we should start getting back to work on making finished goods. I guess let's just do the one bin. And then I'm going to come up here to our rock crafts job. As long as we have more than like 200 rocks. Is there a mod for harvestable driftwood? I don't know. Great question. There's probably mods for everything at this point. Come on, trader. There we go. I'm gonna keep the bin. And then I mostly care about food, don't I? An echidna? And a bush tit? But like pecans? Sure. Give me all your pecans. Plums? That sounds good. And a bunch of splints. See, luckily, like, raw food is really cheap. Like, we're getting all their food, and it's like 110. So what else do I even want from them? I guess the instruments. Even that, okay. Well, this is... I guess we're not overtrading by that much. We'll just keep them happy and make more stuff. And then, yeah, look at this. Oh, and then, yeah. We are... I mean, look at all... We're cleaning up. We're so much cleaner than we used to be. It's just a child playing in the dog rot. Now it's snowing. So I'd love to start getting visitors. Like I really want a migrant wave. See, you're in here socializing. They're in here socializing. But hopefully now, like, the elves are gonna go out and say, hey, look, they have a really nice place here. We'll start getting actual visitors. That's really what I want right now. It's all coming up, kobold, yes. Absolutely. Is our... Yeah, we're back up to 1,000 meals already. Just keep going. No, they are really going for it. Like you're... Where are you getting all this? Did a yak die right there? Is that what's going on? Like, why? Some of them are just going back and forth, it seems. Huh. I don't know what that's about. Was it because I unforbid them? Might be time to dump this. I think we got all our yeti corpses out of here. So I'm gonna, yeah, just gonna forbid it all, see if that fixes that. Okay, I'm gonna lock this and we're gonna pull the lever. No, not link. Pull. Pull the lever! Dump the corpses into magma. There's just a little, there's this little penguin foot in the butcher shop still. Yay, no survivors. Okay. Perfect. So now it's all gone. All gone. Wow. Wash your hands of all that. And then now there's, yeah, okay. So there is more stuff to put here. A lot less than there was. A lot less than there was. Masterpiece onion roast. Okay. Here, this is what I want to see. That's a meal right there. Yak heart roast. It's worth 14 apiece. Yak eye roast. Not very much. But where'd this masterpiece? Oh, and there are 3 babies turned into peasants. Okay. Okay. Who's... Oh, you're... Why do we have a llama in a cage? Why is there a llama in a cage? I didn't buy a llama. Just put it in there. Yum. I want to find this onion roast. Onion seeds. Yeah, how do I find it? I want to see what it's worth. Plum roast. Not bad. Onion roast. Masterwork, so yeah, stack of 8 masterwork onion roasts for 288. That's gotta be good, right? That's gotta be good. 288 divided by 8 is 36. Yeah, that's a good meal. That's a meal worth a happy thought. 8 masterfully prepared onion roasts created by Tirak. Onions are exceptionally minced alpaca intestines, finely minced bitter vetch leaf, superiorly minced bitter melon leaf, and finely minced onion. That's like an actual meal. That's like an actual meal. Oh my gosh. I want to see some good food thoughts. Could go for that, right? Look, they're singing. They're singing. They're singing and dancing. Needs more cheese. That's true. There should be cheese in a lot of these, honestly. And we still have a bunch of plump helmet roasts. I mean, all the cheese ends up here, right? There should be... Oh, we ate our cheese. Okay. Okay. We're actually, like, making stuff happen now. Let's go in here. I know I paused a lot of things. So our milking happens down here. Right here. So there is still milk. I did pause the milk animal job. But what about the make cheese job? We have 2 make cheese jobs here. Needs more than 12. I mean, I'd say more than like 4 even. And then cheese, less than 20. Yeah, I don't want to have a ton of cheese. The cheese can very easily get out of control. So we're gonna say 4. And then our milk job. Milk buckets less than 10. I think I want this to stop when we have too much cheese. So amount of cheese. Amount of cheese less than... how do I do this? So the make cheese job goes up to 20. So if there is less than 15 cheese, then we milk. And then I don't really care about how many milk buckets there are. No, I guess maybe I do. Now that I just got rid of it. I can say... milk items. Less than 10. I think that's fine. And then these, so shearing is not going because we have so much cloth, which is correct. This is not... Is this just where I... So why aren't these out exporting? Why aren't these putting out to my bin here? Do I just do this? Does that help? Hey, okay, so now the cheese is ending up there. Okay. So now they're all just gonna bring it upstairs. Why? I don't know why they don't want to put it here. But if it goes upstairs, then it's fine. Honestly. Right, I'll just get rid of this. But the cheese is working. Horse cheese. So in theory, this is going to reactivate, right? Yeah, well, we even just did it. Okay. And then... this is where we spin. Do I just put spin on repeat and then they do what we have? Because the shear will remain stopped. Just looking at the actual cloth. Getting the impression that most dwarven meals are just sausages. That would make sense, actually. That would make a lot of sense. Okay, so we're gonna spin our thread. They managed to empty out that workshop. I don't know why. I don't know why it wasn't emptying correctly. Okay, this looks a lot more reasonable here. This is looking a lot more reasonable to me. Okay. I would love... Give me your migrant wave energy. Give me your migrant wave energy. There go the elves. Hydrate? I can hydrate. Welcome in. And then at some point I want to make stuff out of the... Do we have anyone who's good at bone carving? Who's my bone carver? We need to cut our gems too. We have one novice bone carver. Okay. Almost feels ashamed to have a novice carve those very nice bones. Of course, now we burned all our practice bones. Also, this poor bedroom. Maybe I'm just gonna do this. Just for the sake of it not dripping. Okay, so the thread is ending up here, which is where it belongs, honestly, but it'd be cool if they could bring it up as like a bin. But I guess I'm not complaining. Oh, did we ever end up with our animals? Oh. What did we catch? We have a lizard, we have a cave spider, we have a fluffy wambler, 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 and a fairy. We have a fairy. Okay. And some migrants have arrived. Oh my god. They brought baby alpacas. Where's the... And a giant cave spider. Oh my god. And there's a kobold. Hello, welcome in. We're just getting our first real migrant wave here. And like with visitors, not yet. We're getting our first real migrant wave though. Grandmaster Engraver. Look at that. We just got a spider. Just a random giant cave spider. And a water buffalo for reasons. Lorpa the Lie Maker. You have an axe. Zik. Skilled mace bolt, very rusty. You don't care, so don't ask. Dappy is a novice thresher. Watch us get like 50 people. Adequate shearer. My voice is giving out. Casa. Adequate, a rusty weaponsmith. Kriu, legendary glassmaker. From the Ferocity of Buckling. Silsa, novice mason, also from the Ferocity of Buckling. It'll be like all ex people from our other place. Oh no, actually you aren't. This is the first fortress you've been in. You're like a fresh new person. Sosi is an accomplished animal dissector. Older is a master shearer. Shaz is an adequate wood burner. Crorl is a competent cook. Oh, excellent. Good news. I have a job for you. Rory is a novice planter. Wow, this is good. Shuttlekey? The High Master Gilder. Hilarious. Hilarious. Cody's a competent furnace operator. And Sisa is a legendary leather worker. Look at this. Katraz is a High Master butcher. Sip is a Grandmaster weaver. Zaspy is a High Master cheesemaker. That was like 20 people. We now have 50 people, which means we're now a village. Now we qualify for a mayor. Now we're gonna get a mayor. Oh my god. And now we have a farmers guild. Wow. Okay, so now we definitely need more bedrooms. We definitely need more bedrooms. I'm thinking maybe in like here. I think that would make sense. We need to make like 20 bedrooms. Let's do. I guess we're gonna make these bedrooms real quick, and that'll be where we wrap up. But holy cow, this was a productive day. This was a good day. And then we're just gonna go that, I think. Sure. Less interesting than some of our other bedroom clusters, but whatever. Okay. And then this will just go out like this, basically. So excited, we're going from here. We have potential here. I think, I mean, in theory, we're gonna start getting actual visitors, right? Maybe next stream we're gonna get some real visitors. And then I think we're gonna put bedrooms over here. Sure, it's all gonna be wet, but you know, what isn't? Oh, my poor throat. Oh, my throat. I'm gonna go eat dinner and then not talk forever. There we go. That one's better. I like this one better. Okay. So we will have 20 new bedrooms dug for our 20 new people. We will get a migrant wave, or we'll get some visitors, right? Look at them. Look at them. Socializing in here. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. And then yeah. I was near to a container. It's interesting. Okay. Not gonna think how expensive those yeti bones could have been. Well, we haven't done anything with them yet. We haven't committed them to anything quite yet. Yeah, okay. Nice to catch a stream. See ya. Yeah, see you around. Thanks for coming by. Always welcome. We'll be back at this. We'll be back on Thursday from right here. Gonna keep going. Things are gonna happen. Things are gonna happen. We now have a whole bunch more kobold power, right? We cleaned up all the garbage. We cleaned up our room before visitors showed up, which is very handy. So now all the labor that we have coming in can go into our projects, like building our new library and our new temple and all the stuff on the surface and making a bunch of ice and all that. And making a bunch of crafts and importing food to make into good food, to make into actual good meals, and training up our cooks. That's where we're going from here. Projects and war, yeah, and also we might start attracting attention of like goblins and such. Last time I checked the Civ screen, we weren't in range of a goblin Civ, but I find that kind of surprising, and I don't know if that's like can change maybe. So maybe we're gonna start getting that kind of attention too, and that will also be interesting because siege update, and we haven't really interacted with that at all yet. So exciting things are gonna happen in this fortress. I think we're over the hump. We put in some work. We made a spot for ourselves. Now we're gonna start getting attention, and people are gonna show up, and things are gonna happen. Things are gonna happen. So come by for that. Come by on Saturday for more I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream content advisory. Holy cow, that's a heck of a game. I'm gonna continue on that though, and then more Dwarf Fortress. More Dwarf Fortress forever. Today's episode is brought to you by Time. It's Time, and by viewers like you, clicking on buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, hanging out anywhere. That's the time that I'm passing these days, so I appreciate you coming by and hanging out with us. I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope you feel better if you're feeling cruddy like me, and I hope you stay kind.